Hiya, it's Talking Reds and it's the day of the Wolves game. I'm Lizzie, this is Craig, because Gareth isn't here, so I've drafted in number 2. How many was Craig? He's my number 1. He's my little Talking Red. He tried to tell me that he invented Talking Reds, and that's why he has to sit on this side, but everyone knows I sit on this side.
We were the OGs, me and Gareth were the OGs, yeah. Every time I sit with Lizzie, I sit down in the seat, because Gareth usually sits here and I sit there, and every time Lizzie's like, no, that's my side.
It is.
Reds.
Everyone has a side, and this is mine, and the thing is, everyone's going to clock on now. When I sit there, everyone's going to go, oh, Lizzie looks a show today. Big match tonight. All the matches are huge at the moment. Feels like it's the end of a little bit of a tough run, this match. I don't really want to speak too soon, but I looked at it personally as the little block of games of it being Spurs away, Man United at home, Wolves away, and if we get through that, then hopefully we're fine.
Yeah, I think so. I maybe it's just I'm a little bit sceptical of next week's game against West Ham. I think I probably added that one onto the run just because of what happened last year, West Ham away, with the draw. Like on paper, Moyes, West Ham, it shouldn't really come in the run. I know what you're saying, because it was United, because it was Spurs, and
completely
because it was
different
Wolves.
West Ham team as well. They're
Yeah, I know. I think it's
just
we went down midweek last year to West
Yeah.
Ham, and it was just shite. That it was, and I think I've been sort of stung by that. So, but I think you're right. And Liverpool have come through unscathed so far with clean sheets galore, and they've looked the absolute business. And I think tonight, out of the 3, probably tonight's the one that I've feared most, which sounds really weird, because it's not like Wolves have been in incredible form. They come back and they beat Southampton, haven't been 2-0 down at the weekend. But before that, you look at the run of fixtures, and it's draw, it's a win, it's a defeat. It's a little bit inconsistent over the past month or so. I just think they're dangerous. I think Molyneux scares me a little bit. We won there last year, but there's still something about it that means there's some fear within me I'm going to the game tonight, and I'm a bit nervous about it, and that feels weird after having just beaten United at home in the way that we did, and singing we're going to win the league, and being putting our cards on the table and saying, yeah, now we're saying it, now we think it's going to happen, but I'm excited.
Yeah, I think as well, like, we have to remember we are 13 points clear with a game in hand, by the way. And I know you're talking about West Ham being tricky and stuff like that, but we should, and the key word being should, obviously anything can happen in any game. We've seen that this season with the likes of Man City being beat to some mad sides. But with 13 points clear with a game in hand.
2 games actually,
if
you think about it. City played last night, didn't they? So that's 2 with this one.
Yeah. So if you think about it, right, like, the mad thing is that we actually know as fans that we can afford probably like a draw or even to get beat somewhere. But these players, they were pissed off that they beat Tottenham like the way that they did. They were absolutely fuming about it. They will not want anything other than the 3 points tonight. And I don't know about you, but I think the fact that they've had 4 days before this game, I'd say probably 90% to 95% of them won't be playing the FA Cup game. Have a week before West Ham, I think they'll be bang up for it.
Yeah, I think so, and I think Klopp will have been planning it. Him and his team will be planning this little run of fixtures, including the FA Cup game in the middle, who plays, and I think the weekend's a perfect chance to, to get the likes of Curtis Jones a go and Minamino and so on, and we'll, put out a changed side. And I think he probably, despite how tired they looked, especially in midfield, like Wijnaldum and Henderson by the end of United looked done in. Henderson falls to his knees whenever Salah scores. Gini just was, dead after an incredible performance. And I think Klopp probably still goes with the vast majority of them, plays the front 3. You probably see Henderson and Gini. I think he might be tempted with Fabinho in this game. I really do. I think you might do that and then put Henderson and Wijnaldum slightly further forward. But I think he'd be looking at it and thinking, right, get through tonight and then you've got a week's break until West Ham next week. Yeah,
I think it is. I was on the Team Talk podcast yesterday where we look at the press conference and we react to it straight away, and we've done like sort of team suggestions and stuff like that. And we had the question mark over Fabinho, and we had a bit of a conversation about Oxlade-Chamberlain. Like, you saw how pissed off he was to come off.
Yeah.
He's hungry, and Klopp spoke about him in his press conference yesterday and said, like, it's great, like, he's absolutely fine. He just really, really wants to play. And I have no idea what he's going to do, but I don't think it will be that much of an unchanged side. And what I will say about Wolves is that Wolves have played more football than anybody this season, and they don't have as big a squad as
No,
Liverpool.
they're down to their bare bones. When you look at their subs bench over the past few games, like, they are down to their bare
bones.
bones.
They are expecting Diego Jota back and apparently Willy Bolly as well.
Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
But like Wolves, like I said, Wolves, we're talking about us being tired, but if you think about it, we had a break between Spurs and United of a week each. They've had 4 days before this match. They're going to get another week. If you think we're tired, Wolves will probably be knackered as well.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think it's just that I think we'll be fine knowing that we've got Shrewsbury at the weekend and we can rest players. I think the glorious thing about this Liverpool squad this season so far has been that you can drop a Lallana in, or you can drop a Fabinho who's hardly played over the past 2 months or so. You can drop a whoever in, and we're not sat here going, fucking hell, or why is he playing Lallana, or why is he doing this? Because he's earned our respect, and the performances this season from those kind of players have they've done really well whenever they've been dropped in. So I think it'll largely be unchanged tonight. I think it's a big opportunity to sort of, as you say, come to the end of this run with fucking loads of clean sheets and all of the points. Neil Atkinson does a daily email each day. We send it out, and it's basically just his thoughts heading into the game or just on that particular day. And he's done a really good one this morning, and he basically talks about the kind of teams that we're going to be facing in the run-in. So you're going to be facing teams who basically want to be the first team to beat Liverpool this season, and Wolves is exactly that. Like, that they'll have that in their heads. Like, that'll be what the manager's saying is, go out, that you have a good chance here, a good opportunity to be the first team, to be the team that's able to say we were able to beat the mighty Liverpool. And so I think that'll be in Wolves' minds. I think that'll be the driving force behind tonight's performance, and they're playing for things as well. They want to get into Europe, so it's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, so obviously the game is tonight. After this little clip of the preview show, which does look ahead to the match, it's our video. It's on our app. You can download, subscribe to get the video. Here's a little clip of it. And after that, we'll talk a little bit more about the match.
Wolves can be easily beaten by Liverpool psychologically. They haven't scored a goal against us in the last 3 games. Now, okay, you can argue they might have been unlucky not to at Anfield and whatever else. But at the same time, Liverpool can assert themselves and can create an inferiority complex really quickly in this game. City, okay, they get beat there, but people forget they get to 2-0 quite comfortably in the game, and Wolves only get back in it through being handed it from City arsing about in their own area and stuff like that. So I think it's all about, like Kev says, the psychology, the mentality of Liverpool, and we know that's supreme. So if they assert themselves in the game, I don't think it's as bad as people are making out it can be.
Well, form-wise, we know all about Liverpool's form. It's been absolutely brilliant. Obviously, only dropped points once all season in the Premier League. So, we don't really need to run through their last 5. They won them all, you know that. But Wolves, their last 5, Kev mentioned one of them before, but they beat Southampton 3-2 in the last game. They lost 1-0 to Manchester United. They drew 1-1 with Newcastle. They drew 0-0 with Manchester United. The cup games, of course. And they lost to Watford, which is the one Kev mentioned before. Wolves have also lost each of their last 6 Premier League meetings with Liverpool, scoring only 1 goal in that run. The last time they beat us was a 1-0 win at Anfield, December 2010, and Hodgson was the manager, so that doesn't count.
Yeah, strike it from the record.
The Anfield app is available to download in all app stores now, isn't it? So Apple, Android, give it a go. You get some tokens if you've not subscribed before, or download the app. You can have a look at some of the videos, some of the shows on there, and then if you want to subscribe, please do, because we have loads and loads of fabulous content on there for you. Obviously, we spoke just before then about the task of playing Wolves. Just want to sort of run a couple of things past you as to who you think will start. Now, there's some rumours as we are speaking, and they could be absolutely nothing, but there is some rumours that Van Dijk could potentially be out tonight with a chest infection, which all of a sudden, this game that we've been slightly confident about puts a little tiny bit of an edge on it. Because you've just spoke there, we've been bragging about our clean sheets and how good our defence has been with the Van Dijk and Gomez partnership. But what is so good is that Joel Matip's back, he's been on the bench, and Lovren's back in training as well. So if, and this is a big if because it is only rumour, if it is true that Van Dijk is out, how do you feel about that?
I mean, when I woke up this morning and you'd put the message into the WhatsApp group, I was like, oh, fuck off, Lizzie.
Happy Thursday!
But equally, like I just said in the previous section, that you can drop a player into Liverpool's midfield or forwards and not be massively worrying about it. And I think like Joel Matip's another one of those that he hasn't played much over the past few months, but like we've seen what he's done in the past, and that has been alongside Virgil van Dijk, yes, but Joe Gomez has been imperious recently, and his form has propelled him to again being our second choice, the second of the two at centre back. So I'm not going into the game shitting myself because Van Dijk's not going to be there. At some stage, we're gonna have a period where Van Dijk can't play. It's inevitable. It's going to happen at some stage. But we've spoken about how well stocked we are, especially with these two centre backs being back in Lovren and Matip, and so no, I'm not massively worried about it. It's one of those things that if he does go on to miss it, he has to miss the odd game at some stage. Yeah. And if tonight's tonight, then it gives Matip an opportunity to be back in the first team and to prove himself again, really, that after a long injury stint, he can come back in and do a brilliant job for Liverpool.
Obviously, we don't know if this is true as well. And it could be that, I don't know, he's woke up feeling a bit iffy and he might have travelled. I mean, I have no idea. This is just something that has been said and it's a possibility.
He didn't seem to, sorry to interrupt, he didn't seem to be in the photos yesterday in training as well.
Okay.
Which I when you said, I sort of thought, oh yeah, actually I didn't see him in the photos yesterday.
There might be something in it then. Well, it is hoping it's not, but let's say, for example, it is. I think he's got to go Matip, hasn't he, over Lovren with Gomez. I think Gomez has been outstanding, and I think we've got to put our trust in these lads. It's unfair to say that it's only Van Dijk. We know how important he is. We know we know what he means to the side, and we know what he means to the defence. But Joe Gomez had a run of games now. His confidence is up. He's consistent. If Matip has to come in, you can surely trust in Joe Matip or Joe Gomez to marshal that defence. And also, this might have a knock-on to Fabinho. So I've only just thought of it now that if it is the case, he might actually drop Fabinho in just to shore it up a little bit more.
Yeah, in the midfield, you mean? Yeah. I think that's a good shout. I think when I think of the defence, I think of the five of them. I think of Alisson as well, and you think of how long throughout the season we went without having Alisson in there, and that was like one little worry, and Adrian did a brilliant job, but he's no Alisson. And you watch how Alisson plays and how he sort of commands not just his box, but like a third of the pitch whenever Liverpool are attacking. You see where he's stood, and he'll be marshalling as well as Van Dijk. Van Dijk gets it because he's seen as being the leader, but when you're in the ground and when you're watching on TV, you can see Alisson sort of directing them all and talking them through the game. So if Alisson's or if Van Dijk's not able to play, then you've still got the best goalkeeper in the world behind that defender. You've got one of the best young centre backs in the country, if not the best. And you've got the best left back and the best right back in the world. So, whoever we have to drop in there, whether it's Matip, we know what they can both do, whether it's Lovren. Klopp's enjoyed at times over the past 2 seasons throwing Lovren into mad games, and he might just do that again.
God, I hope in the nicest way possible. I just want to get through the match, sort of knowing what's going to happen. I know just this team's been so good, and like the thing is, whoever's on that pitch, I absolutely trust them 100%. So are you going for Liverpool win?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Good.
Liverpool
I'm glad.
win.
No, you just because we've obviously been a little bit hesitant. It's with respect to Wolves, like.
Yeah, no, Wolves are a good side, and we saw what they were able to do against Man City, and I think that's maybe the one. That's the last time I've watched a full.
They're not all that, are they? Like they are decent, but
no, Man City haven't been all that over the past sort of 2 months. So, and Liverpool have. I'm going to go Liverpool 2-0. I'm going to go another clean sheet just because it doesn't look like they're going to concede. They have to concede at some stage, and I don't care whether Van Dijk's in that starting lineup or not. I trust the other two that are going to play there, so I'm going to go 2-0 Liverpool.
I said 2-0 as well. And do you know what's so funny? It's absolutely mad. We're playing Wolves, and why are we the ones that are worried? Like, look at where we are. Why? All the Wolves fans will be absolutely terrified playing us. I suppose they've got nothing to lose, really, have they? I know they're going for fourth, but why Why are we scared? Oh, it just makes me laugh.
I'm not scared. I don't want to.
No,
I don't want
Liverpool
to get
fans,
it.
we do this damage limitation. We've just sang our hearts out at Man United, going, "Oh, we're going to win the league," and all of a sudden we're going, "Oh God!" Like,
No, I think
because we're used to it.
I think it's I don't know what it is. It's just I just woke up like a bit nervous about it, but
It's fine.
like I mean I've just said on a video that's going to go on YouTube for opposition fans to take the piss out if we don't win. I've said we're going to win 2-0. So no.
I think we'll be fine. We ask you to send your questions in each day to the Anfield Wrap, and what we do is we answer one of them on Talking Red, so please feel free to get one in for tomorrow's Talking Red. I think it's Andy and Josh on it tomorrow, but the one that's been sent in for today actually is quite useful because I need to talk about it anyway, and we should talk about it. So someone had sent something in saying, can you talk a little bit about Hot Mic? How can you log in? What happens? So basically Hot Mic is an app that we've been using on a couple of the games. We've done Salzburg away and we've done Spurs away, and what it is that you download this app and you get alternative commentary. So if you're sick of Martin Tyler slagging off Liverpool and being a bore, just download Hot Mic. So you go to their website, hotmic.io, and what it is when you get to the app, it'll ask you for a promo code or like an invite code. So type in Anfield Wrap, all one word, not the Anfield Wrap, Anfield Wrap. And the reason we ask you to do that is, to be brutally honest, is that they know that we're basically telling you to go there, and they need to know who's accessing their app through us. So download the app on the website, hotmic.io, enter the code Anfield Wrap, all one word, and then you'll get onto the app. And like, the app's really snazzy. Like, so I produced the last one, and it was really good fun. Like, I had a ball doing it, you know, it was so funny. But the app's boss. So what you do is, once you're through, you put your code in, you'll search for the Anfield Wrap page, and what you need to do is follow the Anfield Wrap. And then basically when the match starts, you'll see live commentary. And what it is, you can see them, but it's basically, you can dub it over. The atmosphere in the ground is the only way to describe it. And tonight you've got a treat. I'm not being funny. If you don't do it tonight, you don't know when you're going to do it, because it's John and Ben Jono. And if you read Ben Jono's ratings on our website, this is your perfect opportunity to get used to this. So what you do, so once you're on your app, basically you sync it up with your telly. So if you've got some like Bluetooth speakers or anything like that, you turn your telly up, you press the sync button, you hold your phone up to the telly, it listens to the sound, and then what it does, it will then sync John and Ben Jono to where your telly is on what minute, basically. Then turn your telly down and listen to Ben Jono talking, Ben Jono ramblings.
Probably absolute shite, but like in a funny and, you know, exactly what you want.
Exactly.
Really. Like, yeah, I haven't listened to them any yet because I've been at the matches, but Shrewsbury I'm excited about because I'm not going there. I'm gonna have a listen, but yeah, the idea of John and Ben Jono is absolutely perfect.
Mayhem.
Like, imagine having maybe this is the future. Like, maybe it is genuine the future. I remember Sky used to do those, remember the fan things?
Yeah.
No, I think this will be a bit more informed. It's like fans that are used to speaking on podcasts and on videos and so on, but it'll still be a laugh, and they'll be having a few beers and stuff as well. I'm sure Martin Tyler doesn't do that in the commentary box.
No, I mean, if to be honest, anyway, I'm not going to go there. I done obviously the Spurs game, which was Neil and Paul Cope, and obviously it's quite informed, but then the more that they have a little bit of like a bevy, basically, to put it politely, it's like you get on talking about wizards and stuff like that. So you honestly don't know what you're missing now. We got a really good reaction, in all seriousness. We did get a really good reaction, got quite a lot of viewers last time, and a lot of people already saying they can't wait to tune in again. So just in case I've rambled on a little bit too much, I'm just going to give the basic details again. So that's hotmic.io is the website. That's the best place to download the app. When you download the app, your code is Anfield Wrap, all one word. Search for the Anfield Wrap, follow the Anfield Wrap, and then, do you know what? Actually, there's a little video and there's instructions all on the app to tell you how to do it. Give it a go. You've not got anything to lose. If you don't like it, obviously you can just turn your telly back on. But I can't see a world in which you won't just, like I say, have a little go and see what you think. And then just one last thing before we go. The January sale is still on our online shop. So the link for the shop is
theanfieldwrap.com/shop.
Well done, Craig. And Ireland live shows are still on sale, and the link and the information for that is, Craig,
theanfieldwrap.com/TAW live, TAW live. Belfast, Dublin, Cork this time, Galway was last time, 7th, 8th and 9th of February. The Dublin one's going to sell out. The Belfast one's going to sell out. Cork is our first time there. We've sold about 120 tickets, so there's probably about 80 tickets left for that one. I mean, that might sell out as well because there's still a couple of weeks left, but I would get on that because they're going up every day. And we'll have some exciting news as well. We've mentioned it a couple of times on Talking Reds, but tickets will be available probably next week for the US tour, which is going to be, well, North American tour. So it's starting in Toronto, Boston, New York, Austin, Atlanta, Delaware.
Wow.
Six live shows, 6 dates. It'll be Neil Atkinson, John Gibbons, Garth Roberts, and me going over. So yeah, dead excited about that. Tickets next week. They'll be available next week.
Yeah, but for now, it's the island shows. And like I say, it's in the midwinter break. So it'll give you something to do. You can carry on all the Reg chat. Like we said, as we've been talking the whole video, Liverpool are facing Wolves tonight. It will be a tough game, but if you were one of those people who joined in with those 55,000 people saying we're going to win the league, remember why you said it, and remember no matter what happens tonight, it'll all be absolutely sound. The Reds are boss, and yeah, I reckon it'll be a nice comfortable win. We shall see.